Hello everyone and welcome to So Many Games at a Time. My name is Joachim and today we'll be unboxing Empyreal. So I've never played this game before and it was the Kickstarter for Far Corners actually, and basically just went all in. So I have the base game, Spells of Steam. I have As Above, So Below expansion. And then there's also the deluxe edition, which is basically the upgrade of this, if I'm not mistaken. And then this is the Empyreal expansion, a mini expansion for Spells on Steam as well. And then on the side, we have the Millennium Blades. Kickstarter was a bit of a mess when it came down to the trays, because most trays broke. So they sent this replacement, which is a lot sturdier and much better quality, and also the Errata for the collusion expansion, which was definitely necessary if you've watched that unboxing as well. But I'm not going to focus on that. I'm just going to focus on this. So let's see what's in all the boxes. I'll start with the base game, then the deluxe edition upgrades, and then this one, and then Far Corners. But you can see that in the stamps if you want to see something specific. All right. So let's start with this one. All right, so here we have the base game. So the front, game designed by Trey Chambers with art by Nocomento, Laura Vito, and Fabio Fontes. 2 to 6 players, 20 minutes per player, and supposedly moderate difficulty. All right, by L99 Games, of course. Let's take a look at the side. So this is, I think, this is definitely a Kallax-friendly box, but as you can see, it's quite big. So let me just do it like this. There we go. I think the sides are just very common, you know, nothing specifically crazy about the art. And the back of the box looks like this. There we go. As a captain of industry, it's your job to bring the industrial age to the magical world of Endines. Okay, only the savviest and most creative industrialists will be able to lead the world into the modern era. So that's what it's going to be looking like. So let's take it up. I'm going to take off the plastic and I'll get back to you. Okay, so let's open it up. There might be art on the inside of the box. I think it's thick enough, but you never know. I guess we'll see. No art. Normally I put it here to take a look at the rule book, but as the size difference, the height difference, I should say, the height difference is too large. That's not going to be possible. Here is the operator's manual. So let's take a look. Nice quality though for the manual. So I've read that people say this is like Ticket to Ride on speed with like magic and all that kind of stuff. So advanced rules, if you want to have a longer game. The actual rules seems clear enough. Of course, you never really know until you actually play the game, but an FAQ is always good. Spell card references. Specialist reference. Oh, wait, I skipped one. More specialist reference. Awards, goods description, company profiles. Cool. And then the index. All right, so then we have this one here, which is from all your friends, thank you for buying it, and so on. Pretty nice. I'll read that in detail later. Let me fold it correctly, at least. This one is for Argent bonus cards. If you have Argents the Argent, the Consortium, which I actually want to buy. It's on my wish list, so pretty cool to have those promo cards. But actually, let's just take a look at it for the people who own it. So what I know about Argent is worker placement, but also kind of like crazy. Like you can basically throw fireballs in rooms where someone put their workers and so on, flinging spells at each other. So apparently it's pretty cool. But yeah, like I said, it is on my wish list, and this just will motivate me more to eventually get it. Okay. Then here you have Argent Pixel Tactics. Don't have that one. Millennium Blades, I can definitely recommend that, really good. Exceed, never tried that one. And that is nice. That is so nice. Storage instructions, always awesome to do that, to have that. Oh wow, I can see why. All right, so let's start with this. Maybe these are the plastic trays. All right, you can also see what is supposed to go in there on both sides. There's several of them. They're sturdy. They're not weak. So it looks pretty good. 6 of them. Okay. Then we have the trains in the different colors. So this is red. So there we go. Pretty cool. Then, so it should be 6 colors, right? So we have red, blue, fluorescent greenish. So yeah, we have all of them. Okay, so this is yellow. And all the trains have different shapes. Now, if I was hardcore, I would paint them all. But that is one hell of a paint job. So I don't know if I'm ever going to get to that. Let's take a look at another color. These are cool though. They're also very different of the others. I think these would be quite popular for people to play with because they're the only ones who look different. I don't know if it's thematic, it'd be cool, but next. There we go. Different models are all cool. Yes. And we have black. These look like more old school trains, to be honest. Old school locomotives. And this one here. These look more violent. Well, actually, no. It's basically like a caterpillar, is it? Yeah. Yeah, pretty cool. All right. So then we have these diamonds, little blue diamonds. Normally I wouldn't take them out, but you know, just to show you. There we go. These I'm not going to take out. These are just your regular wooden pawns. Okay, I'm not going to waste time on that. These are Imagine the Cities. They're all the same, so no need to take them all out. Okay, a bunch of them as well. Then we have the foam, of which I am not sure whether I need to keep it or not, because if I look at the storage tray, maybe at the bottom potentially, maybe at the bottom, yeah. So this is the foam. You can see there's quite a dent in there from transport, but no cuts, so that's good. All right, so let's put it on the other side. So these are just all trays to put stuff in, but you can see what is supposed to go where, and it looks, once again, feels pretty sturdy. So I guess they learned their lesson from Millennium blades. Here's once again, says what's supposed to go in there. Then we have the boards, the player boards actually. This is Afterworld Express. So yeah, the trains are definitely thematic because these are the black trains, right? This is a little bit thicker than regular flimsy cardboard, but yeah, just so you know. Pretty big actually. And we have Kerrigan Transcontinental. That's the next one. All right. Then we have the Gesselheim Imperial. I like that they're all very different though. And then, like I already mentioned, actually, it is the Caterpillar Conveyance Consortium. Wow, it's a mouthful. I guess they're very nature friendly. And we also have the King's Line. There we go. So I guess for people who really like to play with one color, I probably always stuck with the same company. That might be a problem for some. Golden Sands Co. There we go. All right, so those are all the companies. And we have another foam separator, and then more trays for the different items. So it does look all very neatly organized. Of course, if you have all these trays, then you know what's coming. And what's coming is punchboards. So I'm going to try and get them out like this. Let's not force the box in any direction. There we go. Some punchboards. So I'm going to move the box out of the way. I'll be right back. So here we have the punch boards, and you'll probably notice there's no game board. It's because it's these tiles that actually make the board. So I guess those letters are mostly for setup and so on. The A's, the C's. You see different compositions of underground stuff and so on. There we go. Yep. Apparently a lot of them. I mean, at this point, I guess not very exciting. So we'll just go a bit faster. Yeah, it's the same. Here, it's a little bit more interesting. We have the people. All right. Cool. And also what you might have noticed is the lack of cards. Like this game apparently doesn't have any specific cards. I mean, these are the cards, I guess, but they're actually thick tiles. So it's kind of cool, refreshing anyway. So I guess these are like the cards, I guess. No need to sleeve these. Okay. All right. Here we have the companies and the leaders of said companies, I imagine. And the cards are cool. All right, and back. It does look very nice. Oops, should probably try to avoid hitting the camera. More companies, more cards. There we go. And the next one, more tiles, different types of wagons. Yeah. Well, this definitely reminds me of Ticket to Ride. Oh. Oops, put it back in a bit. I'll punch it out later. There we go. But I'm definitely very excited to play this. Because I think also because the complexity is moderate, I'll go over nicely with a lot of my friends, hopefully. There we go. More different types of cars. The ice car, the wind rider, the transformer. Yeah. And then the final set here. Okay. And a huge missile, which I guess is the first player marker. All right, and that is actually the conclusion of the main box. We've done everything here now. So we're going to go over to the so as above, so below box, and I'll see you in a bit. So here we have as above, so below, an expansion to the game of railway building in an early industrial fantasy world. Art and so on by the same people, everything is basically the same. Side of the box is actually also the same, nothing too special. The back of the box looks like this. As the world becomes more united, new frontiers lay open to the continent of Indines. So 2 new companies have arrived. So that's interesting. Let me take off the plastic. I did make one mistake actually, because it's 1 to 8 players. That is different, because this box contains an automata. So here we go. No art as was expected, but these fit nicely together so I can use it for the rulebook. And here we have Pixel Tactics bonus cards, which I don't own, and honestly I don't really feel like I have to own, but you know, I'll show them to you. Underling, Conductor, Eris, Navigator, and Magnate. So yeah, if you've played Pixel Tactics and you're like, oh man, you should really play this, let me know. But I don't know. I'm not interested at the moment. So this is the rulebook. So you can play up to 7 players, 8 players, and you can see the letters here, how you're supposed to set it up. All right. So the metros, all these are added, and they have different spell cards as well. Solo mode, which is very interesting for me to be able to learn the game before I ask others to play. Captains, alternate captains, always very cool. Alternate captains to the base game. Yeah, having more options is always cool. Engineers and so on. Okay. And more FAQ and index. All right. Then here is basically the new stuff. So I'm wondering if this will fit in the base games big box. I'm hoping so, but I'm not sure. So these are the new trains. As you can see, brown. More like a high-speed monorail. And then purple. This is, I don't know what it's supposed to look like. It's very aerodynamic, seems like, but yeah. And the usual stuff, I'm not going to open these. And here, for the first time, we have cards. So let's take a look at the cards first. And also, of course, a bunch of trays, just like in the base game. So yeah, I'm hoping this will all fit nicely together, so I don't have to have multiple boxes. But I'm kind of afraid because, I don't know. Let's hope I'm wrong. Let's hope it all fits nicely. I'm sure they said in the Kickstarter, but yeah. So this is the back, okay? So you can see it is from the expansion. They're all from the same stuff. And you can see they all have different colors as well, which I'm pretty sure it just belongs to the different companies. And art-wise, there's not much to see. Okay, these are just special cards, but nothing to go crazy about. Maybe it's some kind of, well, instead of to think about it, some kind of whatever. Let's just quickly check what this deck of cards is. And they are, of course, the Automata. Yeah, of course, the Automata. I think that's kind of it. Yeah, 56 Automata cards. Okay. All right. So that's out of the way. These trays, they look very cool, but they're also put to the side. Aha, here we go. Empyreal storage instructions. So it does come with it does fit in the main box. It just tells you where to go. Perfect. I like it when my questions are immediately answered. Exceed fighting system, pixel tactics, and once again, bullet. This one I'm very interested in. But the shipping is always really tough, so I don't know. Okay, so here we have Underlands, the dispatch. Okay. Exceeding expectations at every turn. Then we have Star Chaser Rails, Bridging the Heavens and the Earth. Wow, okay. I actually didn't read the names of the other ones. That's too bad, it's too late now. So then we have here the Punchboards. So flip out. I think we already know what to expect. But let me get this off and get back to you. So these are more letters, like more tiles to set up if you play with 7 to 8 people or have more variety, I guess. You can see they're double-sided, D and E. Here we go. So I'm not going to spend too much time on these, they're just, you know. But this is interesting, right? These are the locations, I guess, the city, Argent University, and so on. And the other way around, they are different locations. Okay. Cool. Here we have more tiles of the people. There we go. The companies and the alternate leaders, was it? I really like the shine on this. It's so cool. I'm really looking forward for the deluxe upgrade, actually, because I really don't remember. It's been so long. Curious to see what they upgraded. Okay, more wagons. Okay. All right, and that is this expansion box, and then we can go on through the deluxe upgrade. This is the deluxe edition, right, of Spells and Steam. So the back of the box just has these guys all on them, all right? So let's see what is actually inside this box, because I am very curious to see how they upgraded this. And yeah, nothing there, of course. Okay, cool. So look at that. That looks very, very nice. Yeah, that looks very cool. All right. And then this. Yeah. Wow. It's very impressive, I have to say, all of it. Because with the punch boards before, on the left side, there were all these small round punchables. I think these are those things. A replacement for those. I can't exactly check right now, but I'm pretty sure it's that. Come on. The bag is not cooperating. Oh, okay. This looks really nice. Really cool. All these resources, I guess. Here. Oh. Very, very, very nice. Okay. And the final bag here. Yeah. Cool. And then here we have some postcards. Let's take a look at these. Empyreal City, King's Peace, Rubara, Musei, Discover Druid's Point, Willat City, Gorkaroli, and Galston House. And they look like this. All right. So they have the different companies on them as well. Pretty cool. I know, you could use this as an invitation for people to play the game. If you want to play with, is our order 8, 2, 4, 6, yeah, an official invitation to play with 8 people. But then you'd have to send one to yourself. But anyway, just an idea. So here we have the Artbook, okay? So let's go through it, because I really like art books in general. Just different languages, this is cool. Yeah. On the Afterworld Express, your final destination is free. Reforging the frontier. Harnessing better solutions for you. Exceeding expectations at every turn. A century of innovation, service, and excellence. Clarity of purpose, excellence, and innovation. Bridging the heavens and the earth, yeah. So at least now I went over the other lines, the slogans, the logos. Built for royalty, available for all. That's cool. Very cool art. I don't know if this is going to fit into the main box, but just nice to go through it. The different people. Enlarged. I'm going through it a little bit faster than I normally would, but you can always pause, of course, if you want to look at it longer. Yeah, very cool. I really like this art style. It also reminds me that I still have to play Midara. The backlog is so big. So big. Alright, we're nearing the end. But I'm a huge fan of the art in this game, for sure. And Millennium blades and so on. Nice. couple more pages, other terrain tile variations, and the spell cards. Hey, cool, pretty thick as you can see. All right, and then we have this here, and that feels very heavy. So you can see they're all punchboards as well, of a thicker variation. I'm going to take off the plastic. I'll be right back. Okay, so I don't think these are punchboards. I think you're supposed to open them. Oh, these are player boards. They're thick player boards, like really thick player boards. Wow. Okay, now that's really cool. So really thick player boards that open like this. Oh man, that's nice. And we have the separation pages. So here we have Underlands Dispatch. Move this out of the way a bit. Yes. Not double layered. Some people might find that a shame, but I don't think it's really necessary in this game. Of course, I'm not sure, but I don't think so. I don't think it's a big problem. They're always upside down as well, the other way around. I don't know if that's on purpose. This one is a little bit bent on the side, but I guess it's fine. Yeah. Pretty cool. Well, pretty cool, very cool actually. Not pretty cool. That's not doing its service. I really like the opening up. Yeah, and it's always the other way around. So golden sands here. There we go. Then we have the Star Chaser rails. There we go. Followed by Kerrigan Transcontinental. There we go. There's two more. We have the King's Line. It's a little bit dirty here though, on the side, probably from the printing process. King's Line, there we go. And then, last but not least, Gesselheim Imperial, also a little bit dirty on the sides here. There we go. And that is the unboxing from the Deluxe edition. And yeah, I'm very impressed by it. All right, now let's go over to the next part. And then for the final part is the Empyreal Far Corners expansion. So mini expansion, it says 4 metros, 3 specialists, 4 postcards, 1 rule sheet, and 8 icon references. So let's open it up. Looks very cool. So here on the postcards that we talked about, I've already shown a couple of them before. The White Palace, join the celebration at the edge of the world. Airy, a prospector's paradise. Sazantine, man or beast, dirad or elemental, all are welcome in Santine. Jeltz, or Yelts, the Theater of Nations. Okay, those are the postcards. And here we have the player aids, actually. So that's nice, because that was missing in the original version. So that's cool that they added player aids now. Yep. And here is information about the whole expansion, what has been added, the White Palace, the locations, the people. Then here we have 2 locations, and then 3 new people. And of course, on the other side of these 2 locations are the other 2 locations. All right, and that is it. We have done everything. Now, for the people who still want to see what was added for Millennium Blaze, I'll show that now. But the Imperial Spells of Steam stuff is now completely finished. Okay, so here we have the Collusion expansion Errata. So this is what's in here. All right. So for the people who have seen my unboxing of the Millennium Blades Big Box and all everything in there, some things I said didn't really make sense because I figured maybe the icons were wrong or whatever, or you couldn't really find the correct divider. So I guess they realized it as well and gave this replacement set. So I'm just going to show you now the ones that were replaced, so you have an idea if it's coming your way, what is replaced, and so on. So these are dividers, you know, that's it. But I guess these don't have the correct item now, the color and so on. Now, I'm not sure if all of these were wrong or they just batch printed it. And then you might have some doubles. I'm unsure. I can't check because I don't have my copy with me here. And here we have the cards that they had to rectify, I guess. So we have the Luxac, the Dark Horse, Timer Scam, Copycat, to explore and exploit, print and play, to serve mangoes, in it to win it, and then empty card, the Millennium Deck Box, Acquaintance List, Mystery Box, another bunch of empty cards, the Hat to End All Hats, Chaos, Future Power Creep, and Unite. Alright, so on the back you can see here, this is from Future Proof, this was from Monolith Arena, Shoulders of War, and then a bunch of regular cards. Yeah, so that's basically what they gave in the replacements, 11 cards and 15 dividers, the Errata. So something that almost slipped by is this Millennium Blades Game of the Millennium Mini expansion. It was in the box, loose, so it was a huge box, so I almost missed it. Okay, so let's see what is actually in here. Also, of course, like I said, Millennium Blades, so nothing to do with Empyreal. So let's see. Open this up quickly. That goes fairly easy. Up. All right, so we have a bunch of them here. So let's go one by one. We have Sheffield du Carte, so shuffle the cards. Rarity Sicar, Cardinal Bonds, Friendly Alien Lestrade, the Card Shark, Pritchard Left Field, Cardine Collector, Dick Aplenty, Sure Winner, Power Creep, Mori Cardman, Fulton Suitcase, Sheffield du Carte again, Rarity Sicar, so the same again. Alright, just the backs, roughly the same, all of them. Yeah, so that's what's actually in there. So yeah, that's something that I missed. Alright, that brings the whole unboxing here to a conclusion as everything comes crashing down on the side of Empyreal Spells and Steam. It has a solo mode. It has me very excited with everything I've seen, so I'm sure, I hope videos will come to the channel eventually. And if you have been wondering that my voice maybe sounds a little bit different, that's because of the COVID that happened. Still trying to figure all that out, or at least heal from it. Okay, so that was it. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. My name was Joachim, and always will be. This was SMGSLT. Bye-bye.